10 News begins with breaking news.
Welcome back inside the 10 News Live Center, where we continue to watch that big breaking news from New York City, this rampage here in Lower Manhattan. These the live pictures as investigators are still combing through that white truck that the suspect used to ram through a sidewalk full of people. At least 8 people killed, 15 more injured at this point. Right now, going on in the New York City area, in the West Village, there is an annual Halloween parade. A lot of police there as well, but here a show of support from Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio as they march in the parade to try to let New York people know everything is going to be okay. They are safe to participate in events just like this. I want to pull up this draw tool because I've got something else to show you, and this just in as well. We mentioned before the break possibly this suspect may have alleged ties to ISIS, and we're going to show you exactly where that is. This is an article from the New York Times just posted, and I want you to focus on this part. I'm going to highlight it for you here. Hopefully this pen tool will work. So here you go. 2 law enforcement officials said that investigators discovered handwritten notes in Arabic near that truck that indicated allegiance to ISIS. That is the first time that we have heard of actual evidence claiming this. I want to flip now, though, to the big one, the Thomas fire. This interactive map we have on 10news.com will really show you how much it's grown just in the last 24 hours. So you see the area here. If I click off day 2, that's today, here's the area that was burned, the fire perimeter yesterday. Now bringing this back on, look at it today. That much has already been added, and it's really remarkable to see how much this fire has grown and to know that fire crews are dealing with 4 of them in Southern California. It's tough to turn away from these pictures that you're seeing in Travis's shot here of the Lilac fire, but there is another major situation going on to the north that fire crews are having to deal with. I want to bring you inside the 10 News Live Center, show you exactly what we're talking about. So Travis is in the Bonzel area. That's where the Lilac fire is, about 24 miles to the north here in Marietta. Right now, fire crews are dealing with another rapidly growing blaze. Let's show you some of the pictures here from social media. This is being called the Liberty Fire. You mentioned this earlier, that you saw some smoke over Jennifer Kastner's shoulder that could have been from this. It started as just a 20-acre brush fire. Now it has ballooned to 225 acres. There are mandatory evacuations in place in the Marietta area. Structures are threatened. It is moving through some heavy fuels right now, very dry in that area. So 24 miles to the north of where Travis is, to where we're already dealing with the Lilac fire. This one has now grown to 225 acres in Marietta, and it is 0% contained. Welcome back to 10 News. We're here in the 10 News Live Center now, tracking some breaking news and basically mall madness going on in cities across the country right now. Take a look at some of these photos and listen to this. This is Beechwood, Ohio. Officers used pepper spray to disperse a crowd there. Then here we have, this is the Wolf Chase Galleria in Memphis. A huge fight sent customers running from that mall. And then if we take a look down here, several people have been arrested at a mall in Aurora, Colorado. That's just outside of Denver. That mall even had to be evacuated. And if I flip over here, we've got another photo to show you. Several shoppers arrested there in Manchester, Connecticut due to fights. That mall shut down as well. One more here to show you. Garden City, New Jersey. Panic as someone reported a shooting. Police say that didn't actually happen. Thankfully, right now, everything at our malls in San Diego is peaceful.
10 News anchor Brian Shlonsky is joining us. And Brian, you've got brand new information on this.
Yeah, that's right, Kim and Steve, I do. This is being described right now as a nightmare scenario. Take a look at these photos coming in. That bus appears to have slammed into a tree and then split in half. We've been monitoring the live pictures coming in from our affiliates in Chattanooga right now. It looks like police are giving an update. They've been in continuous coverage there, updating a heartbroken community. Let's take you out to some video from earlier. Police also just wrapped up another press conference. Investigators are still trying to find out exactly what went wrong, how this happened. The bus driver did survive this crash, is cooperating right now with police. We're learning more now, too, about the kids involved in this. There were 35 of them on the bus, ranging in age from kindergarten to 5th grade. Back here in the 10 News Live Center now, I want to show you another picture. So take a look at this. They called for blood. This is a blood bank there in Chattanooga, and the line stretching out the door. It looks like out the doors into another section. So a lot of people there wanting to donate blood. And this just in as well, what he is updating, our producer just told me they now have a warrant to remove the information box from the bus. They may have some video and some information that could lead to what happened here, guys.
Brian Shlonsky is in the Live Center with a look at what's going on. Brian?
Yeah, Kim and Steve, protests just like that one popping up in cities across the country. Here's where we have live feeds right now. This is New York City, hundreds of people out there, and right down here we have Philadelphia. So I've been trying to track all the cities where there are protesters out right now. It's a long list. Listen to this: Philadelphia, Chicago, Portland, Seattle, Denver, Oakland, LA, and this is just the cities I could find in the last couple minutes. So here in Chicago, protesters are right now blocking traffic. Then in New Orleans, we've heard reports of vandalism, broken windows. In Portland, we've heard of at least one arrest. And then you said it, demonstrators out in San Diego right now as well. This is a live picture there from our breaking news tracker, the 10 News breaking news tracker, walking through the streets of downtown. This march started at the Horton Plaza Park a few hours ago. We brought it to you live here at 10 News at 5. You can hear kind of in the background of his microphone, it looks like people are chanting. Brian Shlonsky here in the 10 News Live Center, tracking some breaking news and a travel alert to tell you about right now. You see here these live pictures coming in from our 10 News breaking news tracker, Ginny Creighton. All the fog there at San Diego International Airport. So check this out. They just tweeted this not long ago, warning travelers that dense fog may impact travel. Please check on your flight status before coming to the airport. And here's why. If you head over to Lindbergh's website, you see these are just some of the upcoming flights within the next 10 to 20 minutes. A lot of cancellations and a lot of delays. I want to show you one more live picture as well. This will be our sky camera. See, it's overlooking downtown, but beyond those lights, usually shining bright are the lights there of Lindbergh Field. But right now, you cannot see them. The fog so dense. We are in a dense fog advisory. This picture there lets you know what pilots are dealing with and why there are some cancellations.
Our 10 News anchor Brian Shlonsky is tracking the Flames Starling drivers on the 15 right now. Brian.
Yeah, guys, the 15 right now is an absolute nightmare. We have multiple cameras watching this, Sky 10, the breaking news tracker, and Caltrans. Let's start, though, with Sky 10, the live pictures over this fire. You can see what traffic looks like right now. You see the fire burning right there along the 15, burning about 3 acres. We're calling this thing the Gopher Fire. It's right there near 15 North and Deer Springs Road in Escondido. Good news is the highway's open, and the traffic situation looks a little better from this shot than it did just about 30 minutes ago. Let's take you now to the ground shot. This is Ginny Creighton in the 10 News breaking news tracker there along the side of the road. You see traffic is moving along the freeway. They never did shut that down, although they did shut down Champaign Boulevard in both directions. You see the fire trucks there working on this. Let's flip over now to the CHP traffic camera. You see this kind of gives you a wider shot. This is further down the expressway. This is at about the 78, and you see cars really getting backed up there. I want to take you now to some video that we shot just a couple minutes ago. This was also from Sky 10, so you could see what it looked like kind of at its height. You see the smoke coming up, and this situation was bad for drivers. You see how slow they're moving. That's that Champaign Boulevard that's shut down where they have the trucks. You see they had a chopper there as well. So let's show you what this looks like on the maps. If I bring you now back inside the 10 News Live Center, we have the live traffic tracker here. We'll start with the wide view of the map here. You can see the line of red there along the 15 North. This little icon up here, that's where the fire is. So you can see the backup extends past the 78. It extends really with, other than a gap right here, it extends pretty much all the way to the 52. So the situation, the reason why the traffic is so bad, we did check with CHP. They say it's mostly the looky-loos, people pulling over. That's actually the term they use, people pulling over to take pictures, to look at this fire. So if you're traveling along the 15 North, it is still moving slow. But as you saw from Sky 10, fire crews making quick work of this.
Our anchor, Brian Shlonsky, is in the Live Center right now with these breaking details. Brian, we're also told a baby was inside that car that was hit.
Yeah, Stephen, Lindsay, that's exactly right. We have video of that as well. But first, I want to take you right back outside to those live pictures. We have both Sky 10 and Ginny Creighton here in the 10 News breaking news tracker. Let's start, though, with Sky 10 so you can see what this looks like from the sky. You see that truck still overturned there. There are multiple units there now on the scene, from police to CHP to there you see the firefighters. Let's flip back now to the ground shot there with Ginny Creighton for another angle. You see it's still on its side. They're still in the road as the investigation into how this happened continues. What we do know is that the collision was reported around 2:30. This was again at State Route 905 and Bayer Boulevard in the Otay Mesa area. That FedEx truck crashed into a car. One of them crashed into each other. Either way, that crash sent this truck through the guardrail and then over the overpass, over that embankment, that little hill there, and that's what you're seeing. I want to go back to the video that you heard Steve mention a few minutes ago, that there was a baby in the car you see being rescued here at this point, and somebody, possibly the mother there, holding that baby in her arms, taking some things out of the car. It looks like, from what we have heard, both of them are okay. Briefly, I want to bring you now inside the 10 News Live Center so you can see what this is doing to traffic. It's really been snarled here along the 905 at Bayer since this happened. Slow moving, only about 10 miles an hour, backed up past the 805. So if you can avoid this area while the investigation continues, that's probably the best bet. Of course, our thoughts with the driver of that truck. Sandwiched between two fires. You mentioned this one has the potential to grow. Haven't seen any official reports yet from the Cleveland National Forest, but some unofficial reports already saying it's growing to about 250 to 300 acres. And as we take a look at the live pictures behind me, you can see just how fast these flames are moving every time we look up at the live pictures. Images like these. You see it's just tearing through the terrain there in the Cleveland National Forest, just south of Lake Elsinore and roughly 10 miles west of Murrieta. No evacuations have been issued yet, but you mentioned that San Diegans are seeing the smoke, and that's because it's about 75 miles from here. I want to bring you now back inside the 10 News Live Center so we can mention the other fire that's burning, this one to our south. I'll show you. We've got a picture of that, this one in Rosarito, and judging by this picture here, you can see it looks like a pretty major road there, flames going right across it, dozens of firefighters trying to get this one under control, people seeing this smoke in the South Bay. I want to pull up a map so you can see where both of these are burning in relation to San Diego. Let's go to this one first, the Wildomar fire, 75 miles to our north. Here you see right here on this embankment, it's burning just south of the lake here, and then the second fire burning across the border in the Rosarito area, so that one here closer to the border. So people seeing the smoke from both of these, that's why you're getting those smoke advisories here in San Diego, and we've had many people call and email the station saying they're not only seeing the smoke, but smelling it too. We've been working to get more information on this breaking news. We first brought you at 5 o'clock. Police in Colorado reporting multiple people shot inside a Walmart. This is an exterior shot here, and you can see the police department saying multiple parties down. Please stay away from the area. There's some videos here. This is on the Denver Post website. This was from somebody inside the store. All you can see are police officers. That's it. That store has been evacuated. Very eerie scene there. And then outside the store, this person posting, and what you see is just the massive police presence there. Anytime you hear multiple parties down, not a good situation. Police telling people stay away from this area. We do have a Scripps station in Denver, so we'll be partnering with them to bring you all the latest updates on this.